What is up, everybody? Justin with the Spire Realty Group, and it's been a little bit of time since we have given you a market update. We are just past spring. It's finally, at least here in Alaska, finally starting to get sunny. We're starting to see some warmer weather. Our igloos are starting to melt. So, now let's break down some of these market stats directly coming from our MLS. So we have a ton of buyers and sellers who are interested of like, man, Justin, what is going on with the real estate market? It's crazy. You know what? I agree. And here are some of the stats to help you kind of understand why it's crazy. So in the Anchorage area, right, Anchorage, Eagle River, just at least in the Anchorage municipality, we've had a 907 new listings so far this year as of today. But we have put into contract 1,160. So that means we are roughly putting into contract 110% of all the active inventory that's being put on market in Anchorage. So the current stagnant inventory that always stays there keeps getting reduced and reduced and reduced and reduced, okay? Which means our number of active listings on market during normal times, right, at all time, is really low. So you have a large buyer pool and a very small seller pool, which is why we're seeing still multiple offers. You know, we're seeing 20, 30, 40, 50,000 over asking, if not more, right? We have been able to put some things into contract at asking price, which is weird to say. But, that's why we're seeing a very competitive market for buyers, is because we just don't have a whole lot of inventory. Now, with the Matsu Borough, so Wasillla, Palmer, and that whole area, they've had 740 new listings. Now, they have put into contract 914 of them since January 1st. So once again, here we are at almost 115% of new listings versus what we're putting into contract. So that right there is also creating, once again, another competitive market. So it kind of is like that across the entire state. And I'm sure you guys have seen nationally kind of this same window of stuff that's kind of going on, right? So now, also affecting things are interest rates are starting to rise. So last year we were seeing interest rates in the low twos. I saw some in the high ones, right? Historically low rates. I mean, just blew my mind on how how low some of these rates were. I was completely jealous of some of my buyers. But now here we are. We're hovering near 5%, if not above 5% for some of our buyers. So the rates have gone up, which impacts their purchase ability on how much they can actually afford, because now the rates and how much they're paying the bank is starting to absorb some of that monthly cost and their debt to income ratio. So let's also break into what we're starting to see for median house prices. So right now, our median house price in the Anchorage municipality is $426,939. So we'll just round up $427,000. We can round up even more. We'll say roughly $430,000 is our median sales price. Now, in the Matsu Valley, the median sales price is $366,000. However, we're starting to see that kind of start to creep up a little more, especially in the new construction world. There's a ton more new construction in the valley, and a lot of those prices out there seem to be on the $400,000 plus mark, especially with these new subdivisions. Anyways, so that's kind of what we're starting to see. Now, what does this mean for you as a buyer or seller? If you're a seller, obviously the market's hot. You can get top dollar for your home. You can cash out a ton of equity. And most likely, your home is going to go to market and go into a multiple offer situation if it's marketed properly and put on a market in good timing and at a price point that is going to fetch multiple offers. We have seen price reductions even in this market, and that's because sometimes people just shoot a little too high, right, and for the stars, thinking that anyone's going to offer this crazy price, and that's just not true. There's actually a pretty reasonable price to come in at, and then you just kind of let people see it, right, and then potentially bid that up. Now, as a buyer, what does that mean for you? It's going to be competitive, right? I tell my buyers you have to be patient, right? We just have to get in early, and just something will pop up and we'll be able to get you into something. But don't be discouraged if your initial offer or two don't get accepted. It's just the way the market is right now. But we have had pretty good luck of getting people in the contract, at least here at Aspire Realty Group. We have a bunch of tools in our toolbox to kind of help finagle get buyers into contracts. I mean, sometimes we even throw in tacos. So that helps because who doesn't love tacos? Anyways, just wanted to give you guys a quick market update. So this is the market for Anchorage and the Mat-Su Valley. Once again, we're sitting like around 110, 115% of what we're listing. So it's going to be competitive. I don't see that changing anytime soon, especially now that we're beyond spring break and coming into that kind of hot summer months here in Alaska. Because let's face it, people really hate moving in the cold. So I am one of them. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Drop some comments if you got some questions about the market. We'd be happy to answer us. And, of course, reach out to us, 907-313-8805. Someone on my team will get back to you. Pick up that phone. We'll get some stats out to you. And if you're a seller looking for a market analysis on your home, drop us a comment. Give us a call. We'll make sure to reach out to you and get something to you. All right. Thanks, guys.